Hi folks, so this is Freddy. Freddy is a 3-year-old Connemara, and this is the first session that we had together working on groundwork. So just to begin with, I use the cart stick and I rub it all over him, over his back, hind limbs, forelimbs and his neck, just to really build his confidence. Everything I do on the right side, I do on the left side, just so that the pony doesn't become one-sided. And here I just want to achieve confidence and relaxation. So in this next exercise I want to develop an understanding of personal space. So I have my bubble, he has his. He should respect my space and become confident on being on his own space. So this little exercise, I like to walk on. When I stop, he should stop, and if he doesn't straight away and creeps forward like that, I just back him up into his own space and relax and walk on again. So yeehaw! This was Freddy's first initial reaction to the next exercise. This was simply him reacting to me setting my cart stick onto his back. Just a bit of excitement and confusion. So I just use my cart stick to give him a wee scratch to tell him that everything's fine, but to still respect my space. And I just want to walk on and drive him from his shoulder with my cart stick resting on his back. And I use rhythmic pressure behind to encourage him forward, and I use rhythmic pressure at his nose just to point him in the direction that I want him to travel. So when I stop, he should stop. That was lovely, and I give him a wee scratch as a reward. So like I said before, everything you do on the left hand side you want to do on the right, and here you'll see I use my cart stick, just a bit of rhythmic pressure at his nose just to tell him to stay in his own space and to respect mine. So here we have a little bit of confusion and a bit of excitement, so you just want to stay calm, scratch them on the shoulder, reassure them that everything's fine, and just to continue on with the exercise at hand. So once again I'm going to check our brakes, and then I'm going to see if I can get Freddy to back up a bit. Once he reacts, I relax. You'll see him licking and chewing a wee bit here. That's just an understanding. And a wee scratch on the head and the shoulder just to tell him that he's doing a good job. So checking up on our backup skills, to begin with Freddy I had to use quite large rhythmic pressure just to get that first initial reaction, but once he reacts I relax, and the more we practice the less rhythmic pressure he will need as a cue to back up. So this is our first attempt at lunging. I point the direction that I want him to go and use rhythmic pressure behind him just to send him forward. This is fine, this is just a bit of confusion. What do you want me to do? He's trying to work out the process. I just stay calm and continue with the exercise. Once he stops, a bit more rhythmic pressure, and he gives a big reaction, but that's okay. I stay calm, and when he relaxes, I relax. So here I just want to check if I can turn his hindquarters away from me and draw him to me. a wee bit of rhythmic pressure just to ask him to stop, and then a wee bit of rhythmic pressure to ask him to back up. And I love this, a nice dropping of the head, licking and chewing, just a really great understanding, and then just to drive him on again with rhythmic pressure from behind and pointing the direction that I want him to go. So when I'm lunging, I don't have to keep nagging Freddy to keep walking. So I let him make the mistake, I let him come to a halt, and then I just correct the mistake by asking him to walk on again. So really we want to achieve a nice, relaxed, consistent walk without us having to nag all the time. And this will really benefit him in the future once he gets into his ridden work. Once again, turning the hindquarters away and drawing him to me. So this is Freddy at the beginning of his schooling education. Ideally with this groundwork, I'm trying to create a horse that is confident, without tension, that's relaxed. I want to create an appropriate response to feel or pressure that has no fear or resistance. So just to establish a really positive relationship with your horse from the ground before we progress to being under the saddle.